Hey, I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I'll be hunting nickel boxes. I have two boxes here. I haven't opened them yet. I am pretty sure they are circulated coins. Let's have a quick look. Machine wrapped and customer wrapped. I already see a young head ender over here. That's good news. And the other one over here, oops, I have to do more cutting. More customer wrapped rolls. I don't see any special enders. Let's get going. I'll bring you in on my first find. Or if nothing special, I will bring you in at the midway point of the first box. So roll one with the young head ender. There was only this 1960 young head inside. Bring you in on any other significant finds. Roll 10. Is it going to be a bonus 5 cents in my pocket for that dime that's in there? Or will I find that there are 40 nickels plus a dime? Let's find out. So alongside that single dime in roll 10, a 2011 dime, there were two Americans. Whoops, I'm shaking a little bit, 1988D and a 2008D. And there was not a 40th nickel in the roll, so that is just 5 cents to the bonus. So after 25 rolls, here are the finds. Nothing too significant, though I did find a variety. So in the Canadian finds, if it would focus, there you go. All young heads, 160, 261s, 262, 263s, 564s. Here's the variety. I'll go into more detail about this, but this is a 1996 Far 6 variety. And in half a box, only 7 Americans. None of these are book fillers. I'll check later to see if any of these upgrade the ones in my book. So, education moment now. So here's two 1996 coins. The common variety is what was called the Near 6 variety, and the rare variety is a Far 6 variety. These are hard to tell apart, so it's good if you have one to compare with another. So I will show you the normal variety under the scope. And then I'll put the image right up here and then bring you in to the Far 6 variety. Okay, so I took this coin out of my book. If you look over here at the bottom at that 6 and how close it is to the D, this is the Near 6 variety. This is the common variety of the coin. And let me slide this over to the coin that I found. And you can see that this is the Far 6 variety. If you look at the gap between the 6 and the D compared to this one over here, you'll see that the gap here is narrower than this one here. This is the wider one. And the other coin that I found turns out that it's a Far 6 variety as well. So I found two Far 6 varieties. I thought I only had found one. Well, there you go. That's what you need to look at, is the distance between the top of that 6 and the D. And the common variety is with the 6 almost touching the D there. And then the one with a wider gap is the Far 6 variety. So only one upgrader, the 2013P, will upgrade the one in my book. Here are the finds for the second half of this box. 27 Americans and these Canadians, 1960, two 1963s, and 3 1964 young heads. This one at the bottom is in pristine condition and will most likely upgrade the one in my book, but I will let you know. It has all of its original luster. Wow. I found two 1977 low 7s, a 1991 semi-key date, a 1996 Far 6, and a 2000 with a P mint mark. Let me come back to you with the book fillers and the upgraders. Well, the 1964 definitely upgrades the one in my book. On to the Americans. American book fillers and upgraders. So I have a spot that's filled, 1966 fills a hole. 1972 Denver fills a hole. Up here, I fill a hole with a 1985 and a 1986 Denver. And the 1993 Philly gets upgraded. The 1994 Philly gets upgraded. The two final upgrades and hole fillers, the 2007D fills a hole, and a 2010D upgrades the one in my book. Off to the next box. I'm going to keep going until I find at least a King George or an American nickel from the 50s. I'll bring you in on my next find. Halfway through the box, and here are the finds after 25 rolls. For the Canadians, a 1964 Younghead and a 1967 Bunny. I found a 1977 Low 7 and a 1977 High 7 with small tentacles, and a semi-key 1991. For the Americans, I found 19 Americans, of which the 4 above here are going to be book fillers. So we're looking at a 1963 with a Denver mint mark, 1984D, a 2003D, and a 2004D. And the bottom row here are all upgraders, a 1979 Philly, 1980 Philly, a 1984 Philly, and a 1996 Philly. On to the second half of the box. Roll 29 of this box, and pay dirt. I saw this reverse facing up. So it is a 1941 King George V. Awesome. Let's do a quick look to see if there's any other Georgie boys with keeping him company. Doesn't look like it. I'll bring you in on any other finds. Bringing you in again on roll 35. I just spread them out and I noticed reverse face up right over here. A 1940. Awesome. Another King George VI. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the roll. Nice American over there. That's it. I'll bring you in on any other finds. Bringing you in on roll 42. The second half of the box is definitely hotter than the first. Lots of grungy nickels there, but I did see right there 1953. I'll double check this one for the shoulder fold, no shoulder fold variety. Let's see if there's any others. Any other early ones? My gosh, these are dirty. I'll bring you in on any other finds. And here we are at the end of the hunt for the second half summary. The second half was much hotter than the first half, including two 1940s King George VI, 1940 and 1941. The 1941 will be a book filler, so that's going to be a new addition to my collection. And the Youngheads, a 1953 that I have to double check to see if it's the shoulder fold, no shoulder fold variety. Two 1962s, two 1964s, and a 1968 in very good condition that will upgrade the one in my book. And I found three 1977 varieties. The first three on the left are the low 7 variety and the high 7 variety with the small denticles. Two 1996 far 6 varieties, and free money, 2 dimes. In each of these, each of the rolls where I found these dimes, there are already 40 nickels, so 10 cents to the positive. And the only non-American foreigner I found was 20 pence from Great Britain from 2001. So I double-checked the 1953, and the 1953 is the shoulder fold with near leaf variety. And for the Americans, 37 Americans. None of them are upgraders, but I do have 2 fillers. I will be filling holes in my book with this 1971D and this 2001 Denver. And here is the 2-box summary for this hunt. box 7 and 8. So the first box we found 5 varieties and 9 varieties in this last box. 2 semi-key dates in the first box and 1 in the second box. 10 book fillers in the first, 12 book fillers in the second. The stars of the show in the second box are those two 1940 and 1941 King George VI. 62 American and Young heads in the second box, only 46 in the first box. And of course that bunny nickel and that 20 pence coin in the second box for a total of 142. Looking at my previous boxes, this is by far the best box that I have in terms of points. Rivaling that 1947 and a US 1938S first year of issue Jefferson nickel, way back when in box number 3. So that is it. On to the conclusion. Well, I hope you enjoyed this nickel hunt. I'm glad to have found a 1941 hole filler in that last box. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below to tell me what you'd like to see in the future. And hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And I'll see you next time with the conclusion of my 10-box nickel hunt. Thanks for watching.